and welcome to ET Markets Crypto TV presented by CoinSwitch Kuber. I'm Meloni Bhatt. Our aim here is to demystify crypto and its universe. Now, every time you hear the word crypto, you also read about a scam, a rug pull, or a Ponzi scheme in a space that's deregulated. How can you keep yourself safe? So today, we're going to talk on crypto crime. How can investors keep themselves safe? And we have with us Kashif Raza, a YouTuber. He's the founder of Bitinning, which is an attempt to educate people on crypto. He's also the co-founder of Crypto Kanun, which is a platform that offers analysis of regulation surrounding blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Now, Kashif trained and worked as a marketer. He worked with Sony Pictures, Disney UTV before his journey into crypto and blockchain. Kashif, welcome to the show. And tell us a bit about how you changed track to focus on crypto education.
When I started my journey in 2016, December, I also, started with by investing into a Ponzi scheme, right? So that, so today, so today, if I am leading into crypto education space, something that triggered me personally was when I entered into this space. I also started by investing in a Ponzi scheme. And from there, I lost my money. I took a personal loan, lost money, paid EMI throughout my life. And then I figured out, okay, if a guy like me, can be cheated around, or it was so easy for me to get fooled around. Just imagine the plight of people who are coming from tier B, tier C towns, the small investment, and who do not have understanding of the space. There I found the purpose of, okay, fine, let me just get into it and try and help people out. So there where it all started. So that was the purpose behind my journey and Bitinning.
According to a 2021 report by Chain Analysis, crypto crime hit an all-time high of $21 billion. But the transaction volume in crypto at that time grew by 567% compared to 2020. Now, how do these two numbers compare? And, obviously, if the crypto market grows, is the natural corollary that the crime too will increase?
Yeah, so as the market grows, since in 2017, the market cap was not even 500 billion, right? It was, the market cap was total 250, 300 billion. Today, the market cap is 3 trillion US dollar, right? So, and in those early days, people were only dealing in Bitcoin and couple of other cryptocurrency. Today, if you see, the total number of crypto assets, digital assets, have grown to 10,000 plus different kind of digital assets, right? And not every crypto asset is legit, or legit in the sense, so one is like, they are not legit in the sense they don't have a roadmap. People are just investing in them for FOMO or to make quick buck without getting into the fundamentals. And then from trading, now the crypto has evolved to various other forms, like for example DeFi. There are many projects that have come up in DeFi sector, decentralized finance. Those who claim that all these financial institutions and the financial sector of the world that is governed by a central authority will now shift to a decentralized finance model where the work of a bank will be done through a smart contract. So various projects are trying to sell that narrative, and they're building on that. Some are doing a great job, but most of them won't even exist in the coming future. And that is how we have seen it in the real world as well. Whenever there is a startup, 95% of the startups, they generally fail, and only the 4 to 5% they make it big. So most of the crypto projects are in a experimental kind of stage. But many people feel, that, while in figuring out that now Bitcoin has gone out of reach, Ethereum has gone out of reach, let me figure out the next Bitcoin, the next gem that is going to give me 1,000% kind of a return. So people still, when they enter into this space, they are entering to make quick buck. That's the first thing on their mind. And by the way, that was also my first thing, that I wanted to get retired earlier, without understanding that, okay, fine, if I really want to invest in it, what's the tech behind it and how it is going to perform. And that's the reason, as the industry is growing, as the volumes are growing, as the transactions are growing, the frauds and scams are also taking their different forms and shape. So
Right.
there are various different kind of scams and frauds available today that we can discuss at length.
Yeah, why don't you get into it and tell us, which are the scams that investors must look out for? What are the warning signs?
Okay, so the first very common form of scam is the pyramid scams, like Ponzi schemes that I got into because they still exist. Where what will happen? They'll launch it with a fanfare. With they'll call you to various hotels and dinners, and they'll tell you that this is the next big thing. The earlier ones had problems, and they'll invite you for a lunch and a dinner, and they'll tell you, okay, fine, you invest in this and you will get a fixed return, right? So they'll promise you that within a particular span of time, your money will get doubled. Plus, you will also get commission on the newcomers. If newcomers come, you'll also get share of them as well. It looks Ponzi on, while I'm trying to explain you, you might say, oh, no, no, this is not possible, too good to be true. But generally, people still get, scammed in it. Why? Because generally, whenever, as I said, people who will introduce you to this scheme are the ones where on whom you trust a lot, like your friend or a relative or a cousin, or a neighbor. Generally, these schemes are also bought by neighbors and colleagues also. So that is how you kind of, this is really prevalent today, even today.
Mm.
And the second is pump and dump.
Right.
In pump and dump scheme, what happens? You will be invited to join a Telegram group,
Mm.
or a Discord group, and there they will tell you, okay, fine, the admin or the moderator of that group will have a discussion among themselves that, oh my god, we made so much of money, this guy's made so much of money. You'll be reading all those chats, and those people who are discussing that stuff are the people who are part of that group only, and who are trying to sell this narrative that this group really works. So now they'll say that we'll buy this particular coin at 5 p.m. and on so and so date. So everybody is going to buy it, and we'll take this, crypto to the moon, or we'll pump this price. So what happens the moment they start pumping that price at that, and the price of the coin that rises, and the founders know founders of
Exit.
that Telegram group when to dump. So the moment price rises to a certain level,
They'll
the moderators they sell it, and the price crashes down, and you don't even figure out that what happened.
and you'll never hear from them again.
Sorry.
And you'll never hear from them
Yeah,
again.
yeah, you will never hear that again. Or and that in that Telegram channel, Telegram channel, it's like monologue. So you can only read the messages. You cannot even complain there. So
Mm.
so those kind of things they happen. Third is fake celebrity account. We have seen that in the past, Elon Musk account got hacked. We had seen that a lot of Twitter accounts got hacked, and they said, you send me money on this wallet and we'll incentivize you, will give you, or will give you some other token. We have seen it in the past that Twitter account of Donald Trump and so many celebrities that got hacked. So that is again people, and there are, if you go to
They got hacked and they were demanding crypto.
yeah, they were demanding crypto. They were demanding crypto that you invest here, and it was a very recently that was a very famous incident. This happened where Barack Obama, everybody literally got hacked, where the scammer was asking for people to send Bitcoin on this address, and then in return they'll get this. So this was quite a this thing. Then you also have fake exchanges. So
Mm.
what will happen that while you are into Telegram communities, because crypto is community driven, so while you are in different Telegram channels and different Telegram groups, what will happen there? Somebody will, contact you on DM you, direct message you, and they'll try to build relationship with you. Okay, even I invest in those coins. Oh, you okay? So this is called social engineering. So they'll
Mm.
try to build a relationship from which city you belong to. Okay, fine. I've been to there. Okay, you know what? I know one exchange where you are getting this many tokens, and for free, and you just need to create your account.
Mm.
But obviously, since you are getting a free access to that free tokens, you need to give a little bit of fees to enter into that exchange. So what will happen that you won't mind paying say $100 to access that, so you'll say take a risk of $100. So many people, they in order to get those free tokens on an exchange, that they pay fees, and when they try to access it, the exchange is not there, right? So this is one very common scam which is there right now. Then you also have fake applications where you want to download a particular app. Then on Play Store you'll find a fake app where you will download it. It will give a similar feeling. It will look like the same, and once you send the money on those exchanges, that exchange will won't return your money back, because that's a fake fake exchange. Then you also have fake press releases, sponsored articles by newspapers, where if I have money and I want to scam people, what I'll do, I'll go to a newspaper. I'm not saying that every newspaper doesn't check the background of, but obviously it will be very difficult for it. They make it look like so legit, and they offer such a huge money. So they'll pick those news outlets who doesn't do background
Checks.
check. So there it looks very legit, because a normal individual even today thinks that something that comes in the newspaper is legit. Even today they think like that. And that's what our psyche is. It's not in India, it's world over. People think that something that is coming in mainstream media is legit. So they take advantage of that. They make press releases, and based on that, people, they invest in those coins. Then you also have phishing attacks, where you will be asked for, you'll get an email of it look like that it's an email from a customer service of my exchange. It'll look like suppose a customer executive approaching you from Binance, and they'll ask you for, okay, provide me this OTP, provide me this. We have seen in banking sector as well. So
Right.
if somebody is approaching you, exchanges, they never approach the customers and then clients on email. Even if they reach, they have a whitelisted email ID that you need to have a check. So people generally fall for those phishing attacks also. And the most common fraud that is happening in India specifically, that I really want to bring into notice today, and for all those who are watching this thing. So basically what is happening in India, there is this thing called P2P, right? P2P
Right.
trade.
Peer-to-peer. Yeah.
Peer-to-peer.
Transactions.
So in that, if I need suppose crypto from you, so I will deposit money in your account. The crypto exchange will ask you, say Miloni, that Miloni, have you received money from Kashif? Miloni will say, yeah, I've got it. So exchange acts like an escrow. So they'll say, okay, Miloni, you've got your money, you've confirmed me, I'm transferring this crypto to Kashif, and I've got my crypto, and you've got your money. Now it should ideally look fine. But what happens, that the money that you have received, that money you have received from a scammer, from a hacker who has hacked somebody else's account, somebody else's bank account. He has transferred money from that hacked bank account to Miloni. Miloni is not aware. Miloni is only bothered about getting money. She doesn't know who's sending me money. So a hacker has hacked somebody else's account, sent you money, and he has got his crypto, right? Now the person whose account has got hacked will go to police station. Police will call Miloni that you've got money from this hacked account. How are you related to it? You will say, I just got it for crypto. I even don't know. And I've transferred crypto. They'll say, this guy doesn't even deal in crypto. Or this guy has not received crypto. So from there, we have seen so many cases today where the hacker has hacked an account, sent you the money, but the person whose account is hacked is filing cases against people. So you should never do P2P trade in India today. Let's be honest about it.
Okay.
There are also cases we have figured out where people are, so suppose there are people who will transfer 10,000 rupees in your account, Miloni's account. Miloni will give that, for 10-15,000 worth of token that person has received. Now that person, just to harass you, what he will do, there are people, what they're doing, they'll go to the interiors of Bihar or Odisha, right? And they'll file a FIR, a report against you that my account was hacked and Miloni has got this thing. Now, police department from interior of Odisha will call Miloni to that place, Odisha. Now you'll say, I don't know why it's happening. I mean, what should I do? You will not even think of going to Odisha or Bihar for 15,000 rupees, because you'll say, if I have to take a flight and go to Odisha and meet that police station or go to that police officer for investigation, join him for an investigation, it is a total chaos. So you'll end up paying back 15,000 rupees to that guy without even, because you just don't want to get into that hassle. Why 10-15,000 rupees? Because the amount is kept deliberately small, because you will say, okay, fine, I don't care about 10-15,000 rupees. Let me just pay that back, and I don't want this hassle. So these are the kind of frauds that have happened. These are ground realities that I'm telling you, and so it's my advice to people. If suppose they get defrauded, say suppose, right? It's not that everything is now. After listening to this, you must be wondering that, yeah, this is like very scary. I should not do this. I should not. There are ways of dealing in crypto in a very safe manner. If you know that these are the kind of frauds that happen, you will definitely recognize them as they reach you. The moment you encounter them, you'll say, oh, okay, fine, I knew about this can put me in trouble. So the only way to deal in crypto is to do it in a very safe and a very legit way, in something where you go to exchange, make an account, buy from there, and just keep it there. And even if you want to do it directly, direct trading, do not join any Telegram group. Do not join any Telegram channel where you don't know what you're doing, why you're going there.
Is it the space, Kashif, where you see the most amount of cryptocurrency crime? Telegram?
Yeah, Telegram is one place where because why Telegram? Because on Telegram it's like a anonymous platform, right? Where still they don't share. People still feel that it is more where the privacy is maintained, where you can delete your chat, you can delete your data. It doesn't get stored at places, and it's not only used for crypto. If you see, most of the scams, they happen in Telegram channels. Telegram, and it's not that the WhatsApp groups are not there. Even WhatsApp groups are there, but we have seen it in the past that scammers all around the world, not just in India, they operate on Telegram channels.
So you say that is the space where you should be most careful if you are part of any.
You should be. And what happens that if suppose Bitinning, even I have my channel, Bitinning, even all all influencers, and you have certain advantages on Telegram as well. But there are impersonators of your account as well. So there can be somebody who is impersonating my name or impersonating my channel, and people will join the other channel and thinking that it is very easy to buy subscriber. Milani, what happens that today, suppose if somebody wants to create a Bitinning 2 on Telegram, what they'll do, you get a packages available in the market where you pay 1 lakh rupees and you get 1.5 lakh subscribers in Telegram channel. So the moment you look at the channel, you'll say, oh, this one seems to be legit. Why? Because the original one has got 10,000 subscribers to channel, and the fake one will look a bigger channel. So they'll say the bigger one has to be legit.
Legit, yeah.
People will go to a bigger channel and they'll get scammed there. This is one of the most common scams with that one should be very, very careful. Ideally, you should not even join any channel on Telegram if you're very new, because once you're new, you don't even know that what you're doing, where you're heading. It's your money. So you need to take care of your money. Only go through Indian exchanges, do KYC, after doing proper KYC, do it in invest in a very smaller amount, do it as an SIP, and you'll see that eventually it's a part of diversifying your asset. You should not be scared of entering into crypto. Yes, scams and things like these, they
just be aware.
Just be aware, because if you're aware, it's like the way you do due diligence in your real life while dealing in bankings. You never share your OTP. You don't click on just another link. But in crypto, I don't know what happens. There is this FOMO of making money. That FOMO has been created by media houses, by people, by Telegram channel, by influencers. People who are dealing in crypto, they make content where they say, invest in these 5 coins and you will be
top 5 coins of 2022.
You will be the next Alexander of 2023 and something like that.
Yeah.
So those narratives are very
dangerous. Very dangerous. Yeah. Kashif, in 2021, $2.2 billion worth of crypto was stolen from DeFi, which is decentralized finance protocols. And that accounted for about 2/3 of all the crypto stolen last year. What is it about DeFi or DeFi protocols that puts them at a risk of being hacked? Is there anything that one should do if one is at the other end, at a customer or at an investor level?
Yeah, so it's a very good question. So DeFi is called the decentralized finance. So decentralized finance is something that whatever the bank was doing, what your bank does, bank, lends you money, you can borrow money from bank, right? Bank maintains all those agreements, that paperwork is done through bank. So whenever you go to a bank and if you're looking for a loan, they'll get you sign all those kind of agreements and everything. And bank is responsible for moving money from, you're debiting your account, crediting your account. All that work is done by a centralized institution with a lot of people employed in that, and they are working, to perform all these activities. Now, decentralized finance is saying that we'll automate banking. So when whatever the bank does can be done through a smart contract. Smart contract is an automated agreement that can be executed through by writing a software code. Say suppose if whatever bank does, if I write it in a software code, that automatically executes that if this happened, then this is the outcome. If this happened, this is the outcome. So you're very certain about the outcome, right? So all these smart contract driven banking sector is growing on blockchains, right? So these smart contracts are stored, when these smart contracts are written and they are stored on blockchain, right? So why on blockchain? Because these smart contracts cannot be changed. So it's like it's immutable and nobody can just go and change the smart contract. And if any change has to happen, the change can only happen through admin key. Now, what is admin key is, say suppose if you're designing a smart contract, a code to perform certain things, right? So suppose there is a smart contract for borrowing or a smart contract for lending. So suppose you want to start an application. You must have heard of a Navi app that the guy was you have also heard of Grow. You have also heard of lending apps today. Similar applications are being built in blockchain. Where say suppose one app says, I am trying to build something in the lending space and I have written a smart contract. Now that individual, the original guy who has this idea must have written this smart contract, right? Or a team must have written this smart contract and they said, okay, fine, this smart contract will perform this many actions and we are launching token for it, right? Now this guy has got the admin key. Now admin key is something through which you can make changes to the smart contract. No other individual will be able to change the smart contract in spite of the fact that smart contract is open and visible to the entire world. It is on the internet. It is visible, but the changes cannot be done. Changes can only be done through the admin key. You got my point?
Yeah.
So what happens that when the smart contracts launches a token and everybody has got the holding, and when a lot of money is staked on that, right? So there's a process of staking as well where you put in money because to provide liquidity. What bank gets liquidity from? Central bank, and for people who are depositing money. Ultimately, when I go to bank, suppose Miloni is a bank and I say, Miloni, I need some loan. From where you will give me the loan? You will give me loan from people who have deposited money with you. So similarly, that smart contract will invite people to deposit money or to deposit the crypto in that. And from there, they will derive its liquidity and then they will lend it to people. And from that profit of where the interest that they get will get divided in those token holders. Got it? So now if suppose somebody gets access of that admin key, right? If a hacker comes and gets that access to admin key, so that individual can actually change the smart contract and get all that money that is staked on that platform into his account.
And there's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do. It's the admin key if they get an access to admin key. First thing. Second thing is, while writing a smart contract, that smart contract has to get audited. So like when banking sector gets their audit done through PwC, EY, there are so many consulting and auditing firms in the world. So similarly, in decentralized finance, there are many reputed audit firms who audit the smart contracts validity, its correctness, its strength. There is no exploit, so there is no bug in that can be exploited by a hacker. All these things, when the platform who doesn't have a right intention we won't do a smart contract audit, because it's a hefty process, it's a long process, and it requires cost as well. So one thing is that. Second, the admin key, who is holding those admin key, because admin keys, it is not easy to access admin key, because to access admin key you have a multi signature. So not one person is responsible for that. There are close to 6 7 individuals. If you want to access that, you have to hack all these 6 7 people to get that access. So where that key is kept is also very important. So all these things, and third is that if somebody is designing that smart contract only to scam people, can do it easily. And as I said, you don't require, if suppose tomorrow Miloni wants to start a bank in India, first she has to put 500 crores in all those licenses. But on these platforms, that you don't require any permission to start a decentralized finance. So that's the reason some people are doing a great job. The industry is, there are players who are doing amazing job, but then there are players who have hacked people, who have scammed people. There are projects that those have not done their audits, proper audits. There are instances where the admin key was not kept securely, in spite of the fact they knew that if somebody got an access, the entire money will be stolen. Third is that it's for people also, when they're investing in DeFi sector, they don't put in that much of a research, an effort to see that, okay, fine, where, so what they see is these protocols, they invite people and they offer a higher rate of interest, that if deposits money with us, will get a higher rate of interest. So one has to
Is this what's called a rug pull?
rug pull, yeah. Exactly. If a smart contract just runs away with your money, if the
They
people
pull the rug from under you.
the rug pull, so they
Yeah.
pull the rug beneath you.
Yeah. So, you spoke of when you invest in cryptocurrencies, you should go through an exchange and all of that. Now, a wallet is a very important layer of security. How can wallets protect investors, and, how should you choose the right one?
Yeah, very good question. Miloni, so first of all, if anybody who's listening to this, if he's new to crypto and it doesn't know much about it, doesn't know much about security, the best way forward is to invest through the best exchange. When I say best, you need to figure out, okay, fine, if I'm in India, I need to invest through top 2 or 3 exchanges. I will not go to the fourth one even, right? And from how you can figure out, you can just figure it out through media reportings, where you need to check 2 3 things, where you need to check, okay, fine, what is the user base of this exchange, what is the track record of this exchange, and third, what is the volumes of this exchange, right? So those things are very easy to figure out. Even if you just Google, you'll see that what is the media is talking about, what are the top 2, top 3 exchanges and in the country. And you just need to buy crypto, and you just need to forget it. I mean, the exchange is now responsible. They have your crypto with you. The only issue here is that you think that you are in control of your crypto, but the crypto is in control of exchange. Say, for example, today
Yes.
Miloni sees is on her Axis Bank. She sees, okay, fine, I've got lakh rupees in my bank account, but she's seeing it. She's believing that 1 lakh rupees in a bank account, but it's actually in the bank.
Held by the bank. Yeah.
So that money is lying at the bank. So similarly, the crypto is lying at the exchange. So if you're new, that's the safest way, right? Because you don't know about security. But as you grow, maybe tomorrow you feel that, okay, fine, I need to get in control of my money. And actually that's the essence of crypto as well. They say not your keys, not your crypto. So cryptos are generally, they have a private key and a public key, right? So whenever you have to transfer, crypto from one place to another, you have to digitally sign that transaction. It's like today, if Miloni has to give me 1 lakh rupees, she'll say, Kashif ji, sign kariye. मैं भी साइन करती हूँ, आपको मैं पैसे भेज रही हूँ, you write a check or you sign an agreement. So similarly, when you send money, so it's a combination of a private key and a public key. So from there you get this digital signature, and then that's the way how money flies from one wallet to another wallet. Without
Right.
digital signature, it is not possible, right? So suppose if you want to control, you want to have a control of your money. You don't want any middleman to take care of your money. So then comes, non-custodial wallet. So once you have custodial wallet and another you have non-custodial wallet. Custodial wallets are the wallets where your crypto is in custody of somebody else, like exchanges. Non-custodial is that where you have a wallet and you are the owner of that wallet by controlling the private keys. So you have
Of
the
that wallet.
private keys with you. It's like you have the password of Gmail with you. So if your Gmail password is with me, the emails are not yours. But when your Gmail password is with you, that means your password is with you. You are owner of that account. But
Right.
in that, since if you are new, those private keys have to be kept very secretly and very in a very
Secure
secure,
manner.
right?
Yeah.
You have to write it on a piece of paper. If the money grows, you have to write it on a steel plate. So suppose any insect or damp weather or the paper should not get destroyed, or the paper should not get stolen, or somebody should not take a picture of that. But most of the time in India, uh, people save it on Google Drive, desktop. So there they got scammed. Another scam is, right? So from there they got there. So there are many softwares today. They keep rolling on internet and they continue to search all those machines where it looks like that those are private keys,
Mm.
right? Are you getting me? Today, many a times your desktop, you don't even know aware you're playing a game. You don't know if there is a malicious software in that game training. But many a times at our home, children are playing games on our systems. Children are playing games on our mobile phones. You are not even aware. I know an instance where a child downloaded a game on his father's handset. At 5 p.m., the child downloaded an application. He played a game. By 5:30, his father had an access to his wallet, and by 5:40, the wallet was empty. So
Wow, that's scary.
yeah, that's scary. So he had a non-custodial wallet, right?
Mm.
And one mistake what he did was, I asked him, applications are secure. It should not have happened. He said, sir, in spite of the fact that I had application, I used to access my wallet through mobile browser of the mobile phone. Never access your wallet through a mobile browser of your phone. That's the most weakest link. The least secure browser is the mobile browser, the Chrome on your mobile phone. The desktop browsers are the safest. But if you're accessing anything, your emails or anything, or your financial information through mobile browsers, they are not secure. So these are like small things you need to just take care. And you'll say, because your money. So that's the reason I say, if you're starting new, just
Mm.
keep it with exchange, forget about it.
Right.
And
Right.
if you want to get the money in control of you, then there are various ways. But then those ways you need to be very sure that you really want to have your money in control of you. People by nature are lazy, to be honest.
Mm.
And they forget passwords. They don't write passwords. They keep it on Google Drive. They keep it on desktop. They take photographs. They take photographs of private keys. So these are all invitation to scammers to take away their money.
Right. Right. Kashif, thank you so much for your time today. You've really given us a sense of, the entire spectrum, or at least a large spectrum of the crimes that take place, in the crypto universe, and how one can be aware and one can safeguard themselves from falling prey to, say, scammers or Ponzi schemes. And of course, you've learned through your own experience and you continue to educate so many people who benefited from it. I think really for us also, as we go ahead and, as a lot of people dabble into crypto, I think one of the things that stakeholders need to try and understand or try and help, or is how do you prevent financial crimes or scams that we've learned to prevent in the normal world from invading into this crypto space, and to ensure that there are safeguards and paradoxically to maintain people's trust in a trustless system. Kashif, thanks so very much for your time today.
Thank you, Miloni. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I hope that the message spreads, and people should not be scared of entering into crypto. They should only be scared of how they are entering into crypto. So that is more important.
Absolutely right. I think you've put it well. Thanks, Kashif. Thanks so much for your time today.